Let's look at a specific problem here. It's coming from Math Excel. Write the equation of the parabola that has a vertex here and passes through this point. Okay, and they want you to write the equation in standard form like so. So if we jump right into this and we say, all right, here's my quadratic. I don't have anything for x right now. I know that the x coordinate of the vertex is -5, which is what I'm supposed to be subtracting from x, okay? And then I'm adding the value of k, which is the y coordinate up here, all right? I have this information. The one missing piece is this coefficient here. I don't know if this is positive, negative, okay? It doesn't talk about if it's opening up or down. I could pretty easily figure that out probably just from a quick sketch, all right? But this value of A is really what we're missing, right? If you look at what standard form looks like, it's a value for A, a value for H, and a value for K that determine that parabola. Okay, here's what I know. So how do I find A, right? If I want to know what this is, it can be the only variable in a problem. And keep in mind that any point that is ever on a function, quote unquote, fits into that function, right? So in other words, this is an x value and this is a y value. Over here, I wouldn't say this is x and this is y. For this problem, I would say that this is h and this is k specifically because that's the coordinates of the vertex. But this is just a point that's on the parabola, which means the x coordinate fits, quote unquote, fits into this space for the parabola, and the y coordinate fits into this space because f of x is the same as y. So I'm going to be able to figure out what a is if I use this point for y here, all right? And now I can bring in my variable a. X is -4. Minus a -5 is +5, right? Use that value of h, and then I have a -3 over here. So this just becomes an algebraic equation. I got to make sure all my numbers are right. So -4 plus 5 is 1, quantity squared -3. I'm solving for this term, right? Follow the inverse order of operations. Add this floating constant to both sides first. So we end up with -2 is equal to a. Now 1 squared, I'm going to use this exponent and square that 1, and 1 squared is 1, right? So we have a times 1. Normally, if this was anything besides 1, I'd have to divide by it, right? But I don't in this case because a times 1 is just a, which is what I was going for in the first place. So now I know what that value of a is for this quadratic function. I put the -2 in front. I already had the h value of -5. I'm going to write this as +5 now, a little cleaner, squared -3. So this is the quadratic function with the vertex at -5, -3 that passes through this point, right? Any point that is, quote, on a function or passes through the function will fit into the form of the function.